Hi, I'm Sarah. I have the privilege of co-leading Elim Life Church in North Birmingham and leading Elim Prayer, where we love to just champion life-transforming prayer across the movement. So today, my leadership top tip is this: lead through prayer. Now, I know that might seem a really obvious thing to say, but when I first started out, I did not realize how important and vital a life of prayer is, not only to my own discipleship and relationship with Jesus, but also to the leadership decisions and ministry responsibilities that God had given me to steward. And so as I started out in leadership, I didn't quite understand that. And as I discovered that for myself, it absolutely changed the way that I led. And I thought, hey, I've ticked that box. I'm leading through prayer. I'm developing my own life of prayer with God. But as life went on and as life got busier and as leadership grows, sometimes that can be the thing that gets squeezed out. And a number of years ago, I had the privilege of taking a sabbatical. I thought it was going to be all about leadership and developing. And very soon into it, God was like, no, Sarah, this is all about your relationship with me. You see, when we don't lead through prayer, when we're not really intentional about having that relationship of abiding in God with everything we do flowing from that relationship, we can fall into all sorts of traps. The comparison trap, the consumer trap, and for me, the striving trap. I'd fallen into this way of leading that was about proving myself and striving to make things happen. That I would start my day with God, and at the end of the day, I would bring my offering to God and say, hey, God, look at all that I've done for you. God is such a good God. And very gently but firmly during that sabbatical, he said, Sarah, I love the fact that you want to bring this for me as your worship. But how about you do it with me? And just that little phrase, with me, changed again how I led. And I just want to say, I know as leaders that we know that prayer and abiding in God is absolutely vital. But unless we're really intentional about it, unless we're thinking about what works in this season of our life, what rhythm, what kind of devotional life works, how am I praying into the things that God's doing? How am I asking for God's insight on things that are happening? Because we know obviously it's a spiritual realm that we live in as well. God, what's really happening here? Then I know, and I'm sure you do, that it's easy to get frustrated, disappointed, and discouraged. So my leadership top tip is to lead through prayer by abiding in him, but be really intentional about how you do it, when you do it, where you do it, and review that on a regular basis, because what worked for you in one season might not sustain you and develop you for the next. Thanks for listening.